Hope everyone out there enjoyed your little lunch break, and now it is time to get back to some race cars on the track. The second practice session coming up for the Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup Championship, presented by Michelin. We were just treated to some VP Challenge cars out on the racetrack as well, but now the Mazdas get to go for one more time, half an hour practice session. That's it. Then the next time we go out, it is a competitive session. We award championship points in qualifying, which means that's when people start to care a little bit more. So this practice session is all about developing your car, figuring out what you've got underneath you, how to fine tune it, how it runs when you're in a lot of traffic, if you even want to run in traffic. That's an interesting topic of conversation that I had with many of the people in the paddock in that lunch break that we just were subject to. Do you take the chance of running around with other people in a session where something could potentially go wrong, have some damage, have some things that you need to fix on the car, maybe a later night for the crew than you want? Or do you run around by yourself and figure out just how much speed you have solo and know what kind of a car you have underneath you, so that when you do get into a situation with others around, you can maneuver the car potentially better than they can? It's a very interesting issue for a lot of people to try and deal with, and a lot of people have decided that it might be better to just run around solo. So I'm expecting to see a lot of single car runs, or maybe even 2-car runs for this second practice session, which has just gone green. 30 minutes already counting down on the clock, and we have 31 race cars ready to take to the track. In the first practice session, split time with 3.7 seconds between first and last, which in and of itself is impressive by my standards, especially when you consider how ridiculous this track is. Not that many corners, but getting them right, getting them the right rhythm, is a lot easier said than done. And the more important part was that the top 25 was separated by 15 seconds. So majority of the field already close together. The times that we were seeing toward the end of the session, when the cars were running around in a giant group with tires that were no longer new, that was really telling, because the difference in times was big. When somebody got a good run, they were able to put down a decent lap time, but the majority of the time, we were seeing 33s, 34s. A couple of people were driving into the 32s. So there is a lot of speed yet to be displayed, I feel, and qualifying tomorrow morning will be a very different indication of what kind of race we are set to have. But it always races well when we're on the Cross Cup Championship. Comes north of the border, one of my favorite stops on the calendar every year, and for 17 of our 31 drivers, went down and got a couple of laps there. Our two races back in January, you would have seen Noah Herman claiming his first ever race victory in the first race. It was a phenomenal finish too. It was so exciting when we came to that checkered flag. And then it was Jeremy Fletcher finally getting a monkey off his back and winning race number 2. We went to St. Pete, where we had 2 first-time winners climbing to the top of the podium, where Bobby Stockford and at the Virginia International which really makes a big difference. You guys out there, you campers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There is something in the air when sports car fans get together and we're reunited by a common love of this crazy sport that just keeps dragging us in. From VIR in August and September, then we go to Indy, and then 2 short weeks later, we round out the championship. Don't get all-time win title. He's tied John Dean the second, and then since John Dean the second isn't still running, John, you should go back to the car. He's normally at our races coaching for another one of the teams. So we would have these very close competition between those two drivers. So he has the all-time win record. Bumper on the car. It's kind of rapid. So he fought some 810 and he some cars are on the top shelf, some cars are on the bottom shelf, splitting the main road in. Ryan is on the bottom shelf side of things. He's got a sign, he's got markers, signed his car, and helped make it look like the car didn't actually have a black bumper and it's just got some new livery on it, which happens to be made up of our signatures. I signed the car, you should too. Just a little bit of fun. We've got Wheels America second fastest time of 131.895. The only car in the 31 so far. Doesn't have a ton of but I want to Ethan Lampy is running around. He's got a new team for this weekend. He has switched allegiances to Hendricks Motorsport. Hendricks normally a one, occasionally a two-car team. This weekend they have 3 cars under their tent because they welcome back Noah Harmon, who was one of the Rookie of the Year contenders last year. He's been second to Elliot In 8th, it is Logan Stretch, the teammate of Max. I saw staring up at Julian on the podium. Farhan, who runs this championship and has for a long time as well with the Lightning Fleet and also a Pickens livery car. Really cool to see Julian up inside the top 10. And then Elio Mesa rounding out the top 10. He is just over half a tenth off the pace. 11th, 12th, and 13th are advanced auto sports cars. They can make some hope it doesn't. Driver who has been a serious contender for Rookie of the Year. He has been smart and quiet throughout the season. Very good to see him doing well, as he's been a driver who's dabbled in the championship before, as we have, I believe it's Nathan Nicholson stopped on the track at turn 2. It's my timing screen is telling me it's car 52, but we do not have a car 52. But Nathan Nicholson is showing as stopped in the first sector. Jared is very smart driver. His red flag is now out. I was about to say, Jared. And I did not say that ironically, by the way. just in case there was any sort of confusion. Jared is very, very bright and a very